Hello, everybody. We're gonna do it. We are doing 2023 Oscars predictions in April, a
Yeah,
full year away. Um, I'm excited about this. This is just gonna be fun. It's so hard to predict anything. We have like out of the movies that we're predicting, we've seen maybe one or two.
yeah.
Um,
There's two. There is two that I've seen in my
we
entire
we don't
list.
we don't have trailers for even a lot of these,
No.
especially like the bigger Best Picture contenders. It's really just going off of the team involved.
Yeah.
The director, looking at the
Yeah.
cinematographers, the editors, looking at the actors,
It's just gut
looking.
feelings, really. Like
Yeah,
some
yeah,
films, I don't know if they're gonna be any good, but I've put them in anyway. Some films, I have no idea if they're gonna be like flops, but I feel like they
yeah,
might be. So I've dropped them off.
yeah,
And yeah,
yeah, for sure. It's really hard to tell. I mean, honestly, you could even just look at this list as like movies to get excited about for this award season.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Thomas and I don't know what each other is predicting. We could have
No,
wildly different lists.
we could.
We've ranked these,
Yeah.
um, and we'll be shouting out some other films that aren't on our list, but that could be in there. So I just say let's just kick it off. I'll start with best visual effects. I have
Okay.
number 5, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Hmm.
Number 4, Thor: Love and Thunder. Number 3, The Batman. Number 2, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and number 1, Avatar 2.
Okay. I have got number five, The Batman.
Okay.
Number four, Black Panther. Number three, I've put Nope because I mean
Ooh.
it's an alien in like it's an alien story. So
Yeah.
if it does have visual effects, it could. And number two, Doctor Strange, and number one, Avatar two.
Avatar 2, yeah. Avatar 2 is I mean, again, you don't want to call anything too far in advance, but like come on.
Mm, yeah,
It's
exactly. Come on, it's Avatar.
like just
Like you
like
said in
Dune,
the most
just
recent
like
episode of
Dune.
Oscar Buzz, but
Yeah.
like you want to look in documentary. I was like, well, I
Yeah.
would look in visual effects probably.
Visual effects, yeah. I mean, like just like Dune, people are like, "Well, you can't predict it; it's too early." But like,
Yeah, but like
it,
you
you can,
can.
you can.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's Avatar 2. Like, how could it not? So I have Thor: Love and Thunder in. I like the pick with Nope.
yeah,
My alternate was Top Gun: Maverick.
yeah. I thought about that one because I don't think they're gonna put three Marvel ones in.
Yeah,
Like we were
yeah,
wondering if they would do that this year, and they didn't. Eternals did end up getting dropped
yeah,
off. So I don't know about. I feel like your Thor: Love and Thunder is the weakest of the three. Like especially since Black
yeah.
Panther last one was Best Picture, and then Doctor Strange as well. It's
Well,
Doctor
but Black
Strange.
Panther didn't get a visual effects nomination though.
No, it didn't. It didn't. So it might, but yeah. So Top Gun would be my sixth probably, and then maybe
Yeah.
four would be my seventh, I guess. But
There's
yeah,
also Jurassic World to
yeah.
consider,
Neither of the other
but
ones got in there. I did check
yeah,
that.
I
Neither
do
of
agree.
them. Yeah.
Neither of
So
the other ones. I think Everything Everywhere All at Once could have a shot considering all of the buzz surrounding it.
yeah, maybe.
Um, it's coming out wide April 15th, at least in the
Hmm.
US. So I'm really excited to see it. But like people are predicting this for Best Picture. I'll say it right now, I haven't gone there.
No.
But I think that can also be something to consider. And then I think with that, we've pretty much covered all of like the major contenders for visual effects here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Fun way to kick it off. All right, best sound.
Hmm.
I have number 5, Top Gun Maverick. Number 4, 13 Lives. Number 3, The Batman. Number 2, Killers of the Flower Moon. And number 1, Avatar 2.
Okay. I've gone. Actually, I say I've gone slightly different. I haven't really. I've gone for number five, 13 Lives.
Okay.
Number four, Killers of the Flower Moon. Number three, Maestro, because it's. I feel
Ooh,
like it's a musical like thing. It
okay.
will have some sounds in it. So, number two, Top Gun Maverick, and then number one, same with visual effects, Avatar two.
Yeah. So my alternates were Babylon, I Want to Dance with Somebody, um,
Yeah.
and Nope. So yeah, my musical pick was I Want to Dance with Somebody. It's the Whitney Houston biopic. So
Okay.
I felt I feel okay about that. Nope, I think also has a shot.
Hmm.
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
I guess so.
Get Out get a sound nom?
I do not
It did not.
recall.
It did not.
Okay, I do not.
Get Out didn't get any text.
No.
So, which is a shame. We should have at least gotten editing.
Yeah.
But yeah. So 13 Lives, I think, is actually a pretty decent pick here. I mean, they're going to be in the cave. They're going to do a lot of stuff with like echoes,
Yeah.
and like
I've
all the
got
water.
13 lives doing quite a lot just to,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know, let it
Top
be
Gun
known.
Maverick. So you have it all the way up at number 2. I have it in 5th. I mean, it's planes
Yeah,
flying.
if you listen to the trailer, like,
Yeah.
yeah, the sound does feel like it will be a fairly big part of the movie. So, yeah, even though I'm
Mhm.
not looking forward to the actual movie itself, I do feel in these sorts of categories it will do fairly decently.
Yeah. The Batman. Did you have it on your list?
I did not know.
Okay. I think I know. I think it could get in. I think that the sound was really, really good, especially, because like they're doing like the Bake Off, right? So like they're gonna get to showcase a scene. Is there, even though like the entire movie night might not have like the most impressive sound, if they're gonna showcase the car chase sequence, like
Actually, that is true. Yeah,
I, they is there going to be a sequence better than that this year? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
As
We'll
far as
see.
sound design, Killers of the Flower Moon, I have. There's going to be lots of guns.
Yeah, that's
It's
why I put it in,
Scorsese.
pretty
It's going to
much.
be major Best Picture contender, and like yeah, it's about the formation of the FBI. So
Yeah,
like, there's going to be lots of fire noises. It's about like this uh like homicidal psychopath who's like killing Native Americans, and then like the FBI is formed to like stop it. Like I I mean, The Irishman got sound.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they'll nominate Scorsese movies for a lot, and then yeah, Avatar too. Like, come on. Babylon, it's 20s Hollywood, so like maybe you could have some noises. What
Maybe.
are some other contenders? I guess Black Panther
I
could be there.
guess, but I don't. Black Panther 2 is not going to do what Black Panther did, to be
No,
honest.
it is
Like,
not.
it's
It
definitely not.
isn't.
So, I've only got it in for two
I
categories.
the other honorable mention that I would shout out is The Woman King, which
Mm,
I
I,
think
I did think about putting The Woman King in more places, but then I saw the release date, and it's like, it's in September.
yeah,
The film
yeah.
feels like it's being buried somewhere.
I know, which is odd, but that's why I didn't put it in here. But I think it's definitely a contender.
Yeah, maybe.
Um, so yeah, hard to tell with sound though. It's
Hmm.
very specific to the actual film.
Yeah.
All right, makeup and hairstyling. I've gone for number 5, The Northman.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Babylon. Number 3, I Want to Dance with Somebody. Number 2, The Whale, and number 1, The Batman.
Okay, so we've gone quite different then.
Oh,
I've gone for number 5, Elvis.
oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, number 4, the Batman. So quite a disparity there. Number 3, I've gone Blonde. I feel like this is like one of the few places it might get in. Yes, it's got a lot of stuff against it, but equally, Number 2, I've gone for Poor Things, and number 1, I've gone for Babylon. Because I mean, it's 20th century
Interesting.
Hollywood. It's probably going to have quite a bit of makeup and like hair.
So our
So
4 and 1 have swapped. So I have
yes,
Batman
our 4 and
1.
1,
Yeah.
our 4
So
and 1
like
that's what.
yeah, no, I think Babylon is going to be quite strong. Did you have The Whale in?
I did not know.
Okay.
Is that
You need
yeah?
to have The Whale in. It's Brendan
Okay.
Fraser in prosthetics, and he's going to be 600 pounds.
Okay, I did not. I did not know that. Yeah, I'll take out then. I'll take out Elvis because I threw that one in as like a sort of filler pick. So yeah, I'll put in the well
I think
then.
that I think that Elvis has a shot.
Yeah,
I also
exactly. But yeah,
like I also put The Women King at a honorable
maybe.
mention.
Yeah.
That's another place where like maybe. And then yeah, Poor Things and Blonde I think are there. I don't see the Academy going for Blonde at all. I have it at number 11 on my makeup and hair rankings.
Okay.
So maybe like if it's gonna get in anywhere, it's probably here or actress, and I think makeup and
Mm.
hair is more likely. But yeah, I want to dance with somebody. I mean, just obligatory biopic pick. I mean, and there's gonna be a lot of like stage makeup for Whitney Houston, and like I don't feel that confident about it, but I don't know.
Mm.
And then yeah, I agree with Babylon. The Northman I put in. I think this is its strongest chance at a nomination.
Really?
Um,
Okay, I've put it in somewhere else. That is the only place I've got it though. In this other place,
okay, I think I know it. Is it production design?
it is production design.
Okay,
Yeah.
I do think that it has also a chance there, but like there's going to be a lot of really cool makeup and hair, um,
Mm.
for this film. So yeah, I will say production design. It's definitely there. I just think that that's a much
Yeah.
stronger category overall,
Mm.
comparatively to Makeup and Hair. But yeah, the Batman and the Whale, I think, are going to be the most over the top
Yeah.
makeup. With Brendan Fraser in a 600-pound prosthetic suit. Like, I mean, and
Yeah.
then the Batman, what they did with Colin Farrell, making him completely unrecognizable. I think
Yeah.
that's both very strong. And then Babylon definitely is more of like, I mean, a Ma Rainey's type pick, where it's like
Yeah.
very
Yeah. Because
decade
my only thing
specific.
was like they didn't go for Jared Leto's makeup this year, which is something you like. They
But they
didn't
still did
go for
Tammy
the over
Faye.
the top. They did, but it was like, I mean, it was still over the top makeup, but they
Yeah.
didn't go for the prosthetics one. So I thought,
I mean,
they might
Tammy
go for
Faye was
something a bit different here.
prosthetics.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like they didn't go for
It
the
wasn't
yeah,
as
yeah,
aggressively prosthetic,
yeah,
but like
yeah,
it was still definitely prosthetics.
yeah.
So yeah, why Poor Things? I'm curious because like I have it at
Um,
number 10, but
I just thought it sounded like a pick that they might go for. I don't have Poor Things in for very much. It just felt like a story that felt like it will have quite a bit of makeup.
yeah,
Um,
with like
so yeah,
it's
and
almost like
like
Frankenstein-esque story.
yeah. So
Like they're making,
oftentimes, like
yeah,
the more the makeup, the more likely it is to get in. So I just thought, yeah, this film feels like it will have a lot of makeup. Therefore, I'll throw it in. I'll throw it in.
that's fair. That's fair. I have. It's kind of funny. The Poor Things, the Poor Things, Poor Things. I will say I don't have it doing that much for a lot of above the line categories. I have it as like my first one to miss
Okay.
for like a lot of them. I think it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
very close to getting in, but as of now, I think it's like just on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Based off of nothing other than gut feeling.
Yeah.
But all right, production design. I have number 5, Canterbury Glass. Number 4, The Fablemans. Number 3, Killers of the Flower Moon. Number 2, Babylon. Number 1, Avatar 2.
Okay, so this one is quite different. So I've got number 5, The Northman.
Okay.
Number 4, Asteroid City. I was surprised you didn't go
Okay.
for the Wes Anderson one.
They didn't
I
do
know
much with
French
that.
Dispatch missed, but
Yeah.
I feel like maybe again. Number 3, I put Killers of the Flower Moon. Number 2, I've got Avatar 2, and number 1 again, I've put Babylon. So I've got
Okay.
Babylon doing
So we
fairly
agree
big
on the
things.
top 3, and like I think that this top 3 right now is way stronger than anything else.
Mm,
Avatar 2, Babylon, and Killers of the Flower Moon.
yeah,
Just from what we know about these movies, like those 3 seem very strong.
yeah, yeah,
Killers of the Flower Moon, 20s period. This can be sprawling. Babylon, 20s Hollywood, Mank 1. So,
yeah,
and then Avatar 2. They're going to be building Pandora again. So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I didn't
Um,
put the Fablemans in just because I don't know how big of a production like
yeah.
designing film it will be. Like I feel that it could end up just being like a house set. I'm sure there'll be a house set for where he's growing up.
I
And
mean, the Power of
like
the Dog got in for a house.
yeah, that is true. But I feel like with the amount of sort of bigger, bolder production design
That's
films
fair.
that there is this year, I feel that they may go for them instead.
That's fair. Canterbury Glass I put in just because it's a period piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it felt like a safe pick. I do like the Northman pick though. I think Black Panther is there. I mean,
Maybe.
it won for the first one, so I guess it's there. I think Poor Things is also there
Yeah, that's
as a potential contender. Yorgos Lanthimos, similar to Wes Anderson, always has very big production design. I have Asteroid City at 8 right now.
okay.
I just, I mean, I'm starting to think that maybe Grand Budapest Hotel was just a fluke with the Oscars. Like
Maybe.
that's
Maybe.
his one, and they aren't really going to give him anything else. One last thing that I will shout out that would be an odd production design pick, but I think could happen is 13 Lives because I think they are building the cave. Like
Oh, are they building a whole cave?
I'm
Wow.
not sure if they're
Okay.
building the whole cave. I think
Okay.
some might be on location, but they're definitely building parts of the cave. Like they aren't going to go inside of like an actual cave to film all of this.
No.
It's going to be in a controlled setting. So, depending on how much of the cave they're building, that would be an odd production design pick. You don't normally see production design picks like that. But
No.
depending on how much the Academy does go for this movie, I think it is very possible that we could see a production design nomination. I haven't put it in, but just like to throw it out there.
Yeah.
All right, best costume design. I have number 5, Canterbury Glass. period drama. Number 4, Don't Worry, Darling. One of my few nominations for the movie. Number 3, Killers of the Flower Moon. Number 2, The Woman King. And number 1, Babylon.
Okay, so I've got number 5, Elvis again, because there's going to be quite a few Elvis costumes, I'm sure, in that film. Number 4, The Woman King. Number 3, Poor Things. It's like similar to just makeup and hair. I feel like it may just have like a lot of those sort of costumes, so I thought I'd put it in. Number 2, Killers of the Flower Moon, and number 1, Babylon, because 20th Century Hollywood, I'm sure it will have costumes. So yeah.
So we agree on that one, Babylon winning, and then you had The Woman King in there.
Yep, I did.
Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So yeah, we agree on that. Killers of the Flower Moon. We also both agree on. Yeah. So I put Don't Worry, Darling in here. I think that this movie is going to get a couple nominations.
Okay.
I feel decent about it. I don't think it's in like picture or anything, but I think that this will pick up a couple of noms. It's got a great team behind it. It's going to be 50s costumes, like even just like as a period drama. I think that this could be good. Plus, I think that this is going to get a couple other nominations to pair with it. So I feel like this definitely has a shot in costumes. And then Canterbury Glass is just kind of a filler pick because it's a period. It's a period piece. Poor Things is an interesting pick. I don't know how much they could go for it, but I have it. I think it has a shot. I think I like the Elvis pick. Pick. That's also in my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Again, I put Black Panther in an honorable mention.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Again, it won originally, so like maybe Asteroid City could show up here, I guess.
Maybe.
And then do we even want to mention Fantastic Beasts? I don't. It won
yeah, it did
before.
win. It did win, but yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah, similarly to the Elvis pick, I would say that I Want to Dance with Somebody does have a bit of a chance.
Yeah.
Just as a musical biopic. There's going to be stage costumes. But yeah, overall, I mean, we agree on Babylon, The Woman King, Killers of the Flower Moon. We've been agreeing on about 3 of them every time.
Yeah.
So I would say that those are the 3 that we are collectively most confident in.
Mm.
All right, cinematography. I have number 5, The Fabelmans.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Empire of Light. Number 3, Babylon. Number 2, Avatar 2. And number 1, Killers of the Flower Moon. You made a weird face with Empire of Light.
Which one's that?
That is Sam Mendes' film starring Olivia Colman. That's going to be shot by Roger Deakins.
Okay, and that one is going straight in. I did forgot that was a film that was existing. So I've got number 5. This is a bit of a rogue pick, but I feel like cinematography do sometimes go for a bit rogue ones. Like they went for The Lighthouse. And that is The Way of the Wind. I thought
Terrence Malick.
Yeah, exactly. And this is one of the few places I thought, it might be on it here. So that's number 5. Number 3, I've put number 3. Number 4, I've put The Fabelmans. Number 3, Killers of the Flower Moon. Number 2, I'll throw in Empire of Light, and number 1, I'll put in Babylon.
Yeah. I think Empire of Light could be strong. Yeah, I mean with Fabelmans, Janusz Kaminski, he was snubbed for West Side, but yeah, Babylon. So you have Babylon at 1.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So
like same way Mank won. Like yeah.
And it's going to be shot by Linus Sandgren, who's won before for La La Land. So, I mean, yeah, that does definitely make sense. I have Killers of the Flower Moon winning. So that's going to be shot by Rodrigo Prieto, who hasn't won before, but he's worked with Pedro Almodovar on a lot of stuff. And I believe he's been nominated before. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember for what he was nominated for, but he was definitely nominated. I will look at that. But then what else did you have on your list? Oh, Brokeback
So
Mountain. Sorry to cut you off,
yeah,
but Brokeback Mountain, Silence, and The Irishman. He's been nominated 3 times. Killers of the Flower
okay.
Moon. All right,
So yeah,
sorry,
I've
carry on.
got The Way of the Wind I put on
Yeah,
there. And like yeah, I mean it's Terrence Malick. I'm sure it will be looking. I'm sure it
yeah,
will be a beautiful looking film. Plus, as I say, they do sometimes go for these sort of more out there picks. So yeah, I thought I'd just throw that one in.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that definitely would make sense. I have Avatar 2 in there as well.
Mm,
Um,
yeah, I
I
mean
I don't.
maybe.
I mean, it's. I feel like this could be the tech sweeper.
Yeah, it could be the text week, but like I'm debating whether to put it in picture, like, because will it be as well received as like June? I don't know. I really don't know.
I think it might be.
It
It. I.
might be.
I do think it might be. Um,
Mm.
some honorable mentions I'd like to shout out though in cinematography. Bardo, I think, does
Mm.
have an outside chance.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, both Birdman and The Revenant won cinematography. Speaking of those, Canterbury Glass is going to be shot by Emmanuel Lubezki, who has won for his 3 Oscars the last 3 times he was nominated. He won 3 times. He won 3 years in a row for Gravity, Birdman, and The Revenant.
Wow. Okay.
So he's a 3-time Oscar winner. He has 8 nominations total. He's never worked with David O. Russell, but like when you have a 3-time Oscar winner working on your
Yeah.
film, I feel like that has to be at least considered for
Mm.
cinematography. So Canterbury Glass is one to keep an eye on. And then yeah, so Empire of Light I did have in my picks. I mean, it's Deacons.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Sam Mendes.
I just did not know that film existed, but
I
yes.
have it. I have it nominated a couple of other places as well.
Yeah, I've just been trying to, just changing a few things around, yeah,
Yeah.
to fit in a few places.
Like I said, I did way too much research on all of this. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. Uh, also the Batman has to be here.
Yeah.
Craig
It
Fraser's
has to be
just
considered.
one.
Yeah.
I have it at number 8
Yeah.
personally. Like I think Asteroid City, 13 Lives, Poor Things, The Woman King are all more on the outside. Also, I'm kind of surprised that neither of us put in 3,000 Years of Longing for like any text.
No, I just ignored that film completely.
Yeah, I did as
Like,
well.
no
I did as
places.
well. But yeah. So again, 13 Lives, if it overperforms, if not, I mean, we're talking about overperforming, but if it's like,
Yeah.
if the cinematography is really strong,
Mm.
like it could be good if they create inventive ways to shoot it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but those are our cinematography picks. All right, editing. This is one of the harder ones,
Yeah.
but here's what I've gone for in editing. I have number 5, 13 Lives.
Okay.
Number 4, Babylon. Number 3, The Fablemans. Number 2, Avatar 2. And number 1, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Okay. So I've gone number 5, Babylon. Number 4, Canterbury Glass.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's David O. Russell.
David
You
O.
feel
Russell.
like
Yeah.
it might have that sort of editing feel that sometimes like Adam McKay films have.
Yep.
Number 3, I've put 13 Lives. I've got that one very high in editing. I feel like
Yeah.
they're gonna have to do something interesting with the editing in order to make it like
In a confined
an
space.
interesting film.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So number 2, Avatar 2, and I agree. Number 1, Killers of the Flower Moon.
So we agree on the top 2. Like, if
Yeah,
anything, Avatar 2 will be a tech sweeper as far
yeah,
as nominations. And yeah, Killers of the Flower Moon is, I have top for both editing and cinematography. So yeah, the Fablemans, like the Babylon, they just make sense. 13 Lives. So do we have the same 5 here in a different order?
Did you put Canterbury Glass in?
Oh no, I did not. So did you
Yeah,
not do the Fablemans?
I didn't do the Fablemans.
Okay.
No, I
Okay.
don't see it being a tech sweeper. The Fablemans. I don't see it getting many tech noms.
But I think it'll at least get editing. I don't know if
I
it's a
mean,
strong picture contender.
West Side Story didn't get editing.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Canterbury Glass. I have an honorable mention. She Said, I think could. I don't know.
How?
The more I'm reading about She Said, the better I feel about it.
I've currently only got it in one place.
Okay, I don't know. I think that She Said could be a contender. I really do. Like it could also just end up being Bombshell 2.0, but
Yeah.
like I think that Bombshell would have gotten a picture nom though if there were 10. I think Bombshell was that number 10. You could make an argument for Two Popes or Knives Out, but I
Yeah.
honestly do think that Bombshell was the number 10.
I feel Two Popes may have been ahead of Bombshell, but yeah, I mean it's you can't judge these things, can you?
Yeah. The Women King I also have here. Maybe it's a thing. I also think Women Talking, because I think that's going to be a very strong picture contender. So maybe to help its case, it gets editing. Because that's going to be another very confined space movie. So
Yeah.
you could see a lot of cutting. All right, that's editing. All right, here we go into original song. I did a lot of research to find these. So
and I stole a lot of your research.
So my top 5 right now, and I'll go through a lot of honorable mentions because it's so hard to predict this category right now. But I have number 5, "Nobody Like You" by Billie Eilish and Phineas for Turning Red.
Okay.
Number 4, I have something from "I Wanna Dance with Somebody." Nothing's confirmed, but I feel like there's probably going to be an original song in the Whitney Houston biopic. So why not? Number 3, I have an untitled song by Paul McCartney for "High in the Clouds." So this is going to be an animated film that Paul McCartney is producing, and he is writing a couple of original songs for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, that I feel good about it. Like maybe even like they're like, let's give an Oscar to Paul McCartney.
Maybe.
Number 2, I have an untitled song by Shawn Mendes, Ben Pasek, and Justin Paul for "Lyle Lyle Crocodile." It's a Netflix animated musical. I mean, Pasek and Paul, they wrote La La Land, the La La Land music. Like they, they also did Greatest Showman and Dear Evan Hansen, but they did do La La Land.
Yeah.
So like, and even Greatest Showman, I think, got a song nom. Like they're very accomplished with the Academy. I mean, Shawn Mendes singing, like, come on. And number 1, I have Diane Warren for an unknown. No, I have "Take My Breath Away" by Lady Gaga for Top Gun Maverick. At number 1.
Yep. So I've got 5. Taylor Swift song from "Where the Crawdads Sing."
That's my first honorable mention for
Okay.
Where the Crawdads Sing.
Number 4, I put the Black Panther song, "Doja Cat."
Okay.
No real reason. I just
and
feel
The Weeknd also is working on it. Yeah.
Like, it may feel like it may get in. I feel like it's just saying that for every question. Not every question, but every category. Number 3, I put the Shawn Mendes song from "Lyle Lyle Crocodile." Number 2, I put the Paul McCartney song. I do think there is a very real chance they just go, let's give an Oscar to Paul McCartney.
Let's give an Oscar to Paul McCartney.
Yeah. But number 1, I do agree. I do think Lady Gaga, Top Gun Maverick, it feels like a nice combination to win an Oscar.
Yeah, for sure. Other contenders, because so I have Taylor Swift's song at number 6. So you've dropped off Billie Eilish.
Yeah, Just Look Up didn't get in, so it feels like a jokey sort of parody song-ish.
But Billie did just win.
I know, but it's a similar sort of thing. Like, it's a jokey parody song, and they didn't go for it this year. Like, they might go for it, but I don't know. I thought safer probably just to leave it off.
I do legitimately on my list have Diane Warren song ? Because he always has something. I have it at number 15, but
Okay.
The Black Panther song, I didn't put it on because it is rumored at this point. It isn't official that is happening, but if it is happening, then I would feel decent about putting that in. I also so again, because we don't know that much, but just thinking about the category, 13 Lives, nothing's confirmed, but that feels like it's going to have some kind of inspirational song written for it.
Yeah, maybe.
So
called some Rise Up or something like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, The Rescue had an original song written for it, so it's harder for documentary songs to get in. So maybe this is maybe we could see something if that happens. But the only unconfirmed one I did end up putting in was "I Want to Dance with Somebody," because every single musical biopic has had some kind of original song paired with it. So I feel like that. I mean, even Respect last year, and that was in the conversation. It got a Golden Globe nomination, so I've placed it on here. But one of the tougher categories, that international and documentary, I had to do a lot of research for that. I then sent to Thomas for him to use. All right. Best original score. I have number 5, Michael Giacchino, The Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Hildur Gudendottir, Tar. Number 3, Hildur Gudendottir, Women Talking. Number
Mm-hmm.
2, Justin Hurwitz, Babylon. And number 1, John Williams, The Fablemans, one of the strongest narratives of the year.
Yep. So I do agree that The Fablemans is
Yeah.
probably going to win this category. But I've put so number 5 I've got The Batman. Number 4 I've got Woman Talking. Number
Okay.
3 I've got Avatar 2.
Who's doing that
Number
one?
2. So I don't know, but it feels like it's going to be a blockbustery score. I feel like it may have.
Franklin.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
He
feel
did
like
The Magnificent Seven.
Yeah,
The
good
new one,
resume.
obviously. Okay, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, number 2 Babylon, and then number 1, as I said, The Fablemans. It feels, almost inevitable that this film will take home this award, at least.
Yeah.
If not more.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Simon Franklin, what has he done? Pretty much nothing.
Okay,
He worked with Thomas Newman on Spectre and Skyfall.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like, Avatar.
And he did do the original Avatar with James Horner. He worked with him. And he worked with James Horner on Titanic. So, like...
Yeah, like
maybe.
Avatar plus score. It feels like a combination that could work. So, I don't know. I threw it in because maybe. Why not?
That's fair. Yeah, I have Hildur getting double nominated for Women Talking in Tar. Because Tar, so that's Todd Field's new film. He's only made 2 before, and both of them got like 3 or 4 Oscar nominations.
Yeah.
This one's starring Cate Blanchett, and I didn't know this. It's starring Cate Blanchett, and it's about a pianist, about a composer.
Okay.
So
maybe
we see some original compositional arrangements, instrumental arrangements from Hildur Gudendottir. The Joker score, I think, is phenomenal. I think it's one of the best aspects of the film, alongside Joaquin Phoenix's performance. She won for it.
Yeah,
I could see her getting double nominated here. I really could. And then The Batman. I mean, it's just a great score. Everybody loves it.
Yeah,
Giacchino could get nominated again, and then Justin Hurwitz for Babylon. I feel. He's Justin Hurwitz. He won for La La Land. Other possibilities. So I do have Avatar 2 at my number 7 spot. I have the plot for Pinocchio at number 6.
Okay.
I mean, he's the plot. Like, they snubbed him this year for The French Dispatch, but like, he was definitely very much in the conversation.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have Killers of the Flower Moon at number 8, just because, like, I mean, that's I have it getting a lot of tech noms. The composer hasn't gotten any nominations before, but like, I don't know. I think that it definitely could be a thing. And then similarly, Empire of Light, I think, could also be a thing. I don't think we even know who the composer is on it yet. But I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. Oh no, we do. It's Thomas Newman. So yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that there's definitely stuff around the category, but I definitely like our top contenders. They're fairly similar. And yeah, like John Williams, Fableman's one of the categories that I feel more confident about.
Yeah.
As confident as you can feel. Another category that I feel fairly confident about is Best Documentary. So I have number 5, The Janes. Number 4, I don't know what this is, but Variety was predicting it at number 1. Hallelujah, Leonard Cohen, A Journey, A Song. It came out at festivals last year, and people kind of liked it. So I didn't want to just do all 5 of them be Sundance films. So this was the only other option I found. Number 3, Fire of Love. Number 2, Descendant. And number 1, Navalny.
Okay, so I've done similar 4. Navalny I have winning, obviously. And then 2, Fire of Love, 3, Descendant, 4, The Janes. I mean, it doesn't really matter what order they are in at this point. And then 5, I thought, you know what, let's take a swing. And I put Jackass Forever. I thought, why not? Why not? It's the first one. People did really like the film. People really liked the film. I mean, the Jackass franchise has a history of nominations. It has a history of nominations.
It got one nomination.
It got one. It got that one though.
For Dirty
that means
Grandpa,
it's in the club.
Makeup and hair nom.
That means it's in the club. No, but I feel like the rest of the documentaries in this category are all quite serious, So I was like, why not throw in a fun pick just to lighten things up?
Sundance, that's what I did with Hallelujah, Leonard Cohen, A Journey, a Song.
I've never heard of that one.
I don't know what it even is, but Variety predicted it at number 1, and it was the only thing that was non-Sundance that they did. It's about Bob Dylan.
Yeah. Okay.
It's and Leonard Cohen. It's about I figuring out what this is. It is about the hymn, the history of the hymn Hallelujah.
Okay.
And it's got an 82 on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it won a couple of smaller film festivals documentary prizes. And it's about the guy who wrote it. I don't know. Sundance is pretty consistently gets 3 or 4 documentaries in every single year. This year they had Writing with Fire, Flea, and Summer of Soul.
Yeah,
I'll get in. So I think we will see a lot of these Sundance movies get in. But there's always 1 or 2 other ones. This is honestly I feel like Hallelujah and Jackass for us are just placeholders until we see what wins the TIFF doc.
Pretty much.
That's what what's doing well at the fall festivals as far as documentaries. But I mean, Navalny at number 1. It's about Putin's political opposition, and it's being distributed by Warner Brothers and CNN. I mean,
it just feels right. Feels right.
Yeah, 100%. Descendant is being produced by Netflix. It's getting distributed by Netflix, so that's Netflix's doc. There's involvement from the Obama family producing it, so it's America. Fire of Love was a big hit at Sundance. It was my favorite documentary for the fest. It's National Geographic, who, yes, they got snubbed for The Rescue, but they're fairly consistent. They have won before for Free Solo.
Yeah.
And then I have the Janes in. Because again, in American politics at least, there's a bunch of contention around Roe versus Wade and the different abortion cases and stuff, and this would just make sense politically. There's also The Territory, which is an international documentary that I think could get in.
Maybe
we do see a couple of those every year. I mean, Ascension, Writing with Fire, and Flee this year were all international. So there's a shot for that. I mean, there's The End of Medicine, which we talked about on Oscars a couple of weeks ago, being a documentary being adapted from a novel. So there's definitely some things here, but I mean, as of now, I feel good about our 4 Sundance picks, and then we'll have to see what happens at Fall Fests. All right, international feature. Let's do it. Number 5, I have Before, Now, and Then. Number 4, I have Lost Illusions. Number 3, I have Alcaraz. Number 2, I have Bardo. And number 1, I have Decision to Leave.
Okay, so number 1, I have Decision to Leave as well. And then number 2, I've got Bardo. Number 3, Alcaraz, so same top 3. Okay. And then I just took some 2 off of your research, to be honest. So I went for Our Apprenticeship and The Perfumed Hill, because why not? Why not? I read the plot synopsises for a fair few of them, and I was like, these 2 sound like Oscar-y type movies, so I thought I'd go for them.
The Perfumed Hill I have is as one of my alternates. So yeah, I mean, my other alternates are Broker, which is by Koreeda. I can't remember his first name, but very acclaimed Korean filmmaker.
Right. Any
or Japanese. So I think I can't remember. I'll double check. And then um, Utama, which was a big hit out of
Okay.
Sundance.
Mhm.
So yeah, Broker. Yeah, it's by Hirokazu Koreeda, and he's a Japanese filmmaker.
Mm.
And it's going to star Song Kang-ho of Parasite fame.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that also definitely has a chance. It was at Berlin Perfume Till. I think it's definitely there. Utama. Before Now and Then, I just picked because we have reviews for it. Came out of
Okay.
Berlin. People really liked
Okay.
it. Lost Illusions, that like swept the Caesar Awards. It should have been Titan or Annette or Petit Maman, but
Yeah.
whatever. It swept the Caesar Awards and it isn't Oscar eligible until this year. So, like, I feel like it's at least going to be France's submission because they obviously, the industry obviously really liked it,
Yeah.
considering how well it did at the Caesar Awards. And France has been pretty consistent about getting it in unless they actually pick, a interesting film with Titan, and then the Oscars like no.
Yeah.
So yeah, Alcaraz won Berlin. So
Mm. Yeah.
the directors, it's a Spanish film. Director's previous work got in, so it would make sense for Spain to submit it again. There's no like Almodovar or anything, so I think that makes sense. And yeah, Bardo and Decision to Leave, I think are the pretty clear top two. Um, so yeah, I also think The Novelist's Wife has a shot. That's by Hong Sang-soo, who's a
Hmm.
very acclaimed director. So uh, maybe, but his films aren't very Oscars friendly.
Okay. Okay.
So
Well,
very much a Criterion art house type director, which Park Chan-wook has been with the director of Decision to Leave, but I don't know. I feel like there's a different kind of buzz around Decision to Leave this time.
yeah. Yeah.
But we also really do have to wait for Cannes because Cannes, much like Sundance with documentary, Cannes usually gets at least 3, maybe 4.
Mm.
Like, they had Drive My Car. Flea was supposed to premiere at Cannes. It was like an official selection for Cannes 2020. Um, The Worst Person in the World was at Cannes. Like,
Yeah.
Cannes is pretty important for international. So we'll just have to wait and see for that. But we agree on Decision to Leave. All right, animated feature.
Yeah.
I've got number 5, Turning Red. Number 4, Strange World. Number 3, Pinocchio. Number 2, Lightyear. Number 1, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1.
Okay. So yeah, we've got very similar, but obviously there is one change, which if you know our thoughts on certain things, you probably be expecting. So number 5, I do have Turning Red. Number 4, Strange World. Number 3, Pinocchio. And then number 2, I've got Spider-Verse. Number 1, I put Lightyear.
Yep.
I don't know. It's Spider-Verse Part 1. I feel like that may harm its chances a little.
Mm.
So I just thought, and I feel Lightyear, trailers look amazing.
I'm worried that Lightyear is going to
Film,
be Finding Dory, though. Like, I'm worried that Lightyear
I
is
don't
going to be
know.
Frozen 2.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I we'll see. We'll see.
I'm
This is
worried it
definitely
could be
one.
that. Like, why I'm feeling better about Spider-Man is because like they've been placing like look at like their animated shorts this year and like look at the Windshield Wiper winning animated short. Like they're going for very diverse types of animation styles. In Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1, so they're going to be going to different dimensions in it,
Yeah.
and each dimension is going to have its own unique animation style. So
Yeah.
like
But I
as far as
mean,
animators, they could
Encanto
really
won.
go for that. I know,
Encanto
but
did win though.
Encanto was a cultural phenomenon. Like you
Who
can't
says
judge.
Lightyear won't be? Who says Lightyear won't be?
It won't be. I can
It
guarantee
probably
that
won't
right
be.
now.
It
It's
probably won't
not.
be.
It's not a Lin-Manuel Miranda written musical
No, no, no.
that is going to blow up
But
on
it is a
TikTok
live
because of
action Toy
songs.
Story. It is not a live
It's
action,
not. It's
a,
no.
a
That's a
live
lie.
action animated Toy Story movie. Close enough. Close enough. A live action animated Toy Story movie.
Wait, wait, where does live action come into any of this? It's
Well,
just
because
animated.
okay, yeah, it's an animated. Okay, it's a very confusing concept for a film.
Yeah,
Yeah, but anyway, I don't know. I have faith in Pixar. Yeah, it's Pixar. If you're
I
going
don't
for
know. I
stats,
also think that Pinocchio could be very strong. Like we might just be underestimating Pinocchio, and we
Yeah.
know nothing about Strange World yet.
No.
So, yeah.
And
Interesting.
I will say, I would have put the Miyazaki film
Yes.
1. I would have given it the win probably,
Yeah.
but we
I
don't
would as
know
well.
if it's gonna. We don't know if it's gonna be released this year, so it's
Yeah.
hard to judge on that one.
Yeah, like he's been working on it since 2016,
Yeah.
and he said that he's like nearing completion, but like we don't know. Like for all we know, this could come out in 2025. Like
Yeah.
we really don't know. But yeah, once that's what will be fun about these updates. Once if we do get news that it is
Yeah.
coming out, then we'll be able to put it in. But yeah, interesting that we each have Turning Red in. A lot of people have been dropping it off just because of the early release date, but like it's getting great reviews.
I mean, Raya and Last Dragon
Raya,
got in,
yeah.
and
And
that
this is
had
better
significantly
reviews.
worse. Yeah.
Other potential ones: My Father's Dragon from the animators behind and from like the team and production studio behind Wolfwalkers, and this time it's going through Netflix instead of Apple TV, so even a wider range of people that it will reach. Wendell and Wild, that's Henry Selick, I believe.
Yeah.
Mary and Max was nominated, right?
Yes, it was.
And then Frankenweenie was as well, if I'm correct. So yeah, so he definitely has a history of getting nominations.
Wait, was Mary and Max Henry Selick?
Was it, or was it somebody else?
I swear it was like a New Zealand film. I don't know if it was Henry
no,
Selick.
you're right. It was Adam Elliott.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. But yeah. But no, I mean Henry Selick, like if Nightmare Before Christmas had like if there was an animated feature category, it undoubtedly would have won that year.
Yes.
Because there wasn't a major Disney release that year, so
no.
Like so yeah, Coraline was what I was thinking. The same
Coraline,
year. Yeah. Coraline was nominated, I believe. So I think it makes sense. I think it really does make sense, but we'll have to see how weird it is.
Yeah. The one I was gonna put on was like The Bad Guys, because like the Oscars for some reason like DreamWorks.
Yeah.
I really don't know why they love DreamWorks, but they put The Boss Baby in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like that's
I think something would have to drop though. Like I mean, just like we were talking about with Apollo 10.5, one of the ones ahead of it would have to drop, because I think that My Father's Dragon and Wendell and Wild are on like a completely higher level than like Apollo 10, than like anything else.
Yeah.
Like I think you have like Spider-Man, Lightyear, and Pinocchio is like top tier, and then right below that you have Strange World and Turning Red, and then below that you have My Father's Dragon and Wendell and Wild, and then below that is everything else.
Yeah.
So cool, we got that out of the way. All right, we're into the big 8 now.
Yeah.
Best adapted screenplay.
No idea. And like none of these films I've put on here I've seen, or I don't think really we have any reactions to any of them. So should be interesting.
Yeah. I have been reading up. Number 5, I have She Said.
Mm-hmm.
I think it gets in.
Okay.
Number 4, I have White Noise.
Okay.
No Baumbach, it makes sense. Number 3, I have The Son.
Mm-hmm.
The Father was nominated. It's another Florian Zeller. Makes sense. Number 2, Killers of the Flower Moon. And number 1, I have Women Talking.
Okay, so we've actually got the same number 1. Like even though no communication here, we've managed to pick same number 1 here. So yes, I've got number 1, Women Talking. Number 2, White Noise. Number 3, Killers of the Flower Moon. Equally, they could be flipped. It doesn't really matter, let's say. Number 4, I've put The Sun. And number 5, I could throw on She Said, but currently I've got Poor Things.
So Poor Things is my 6. Poor Things.
Okay, so there we go. So like I could flip them, but you know.
I think that as of now, those are undeniably the top 6. I think maybe The Whale is the number 7.
Maybe, yeah.
And then after that, what are you going to say? Like Knives Out 2, The Killer, The Greatest Bureau Ever, Next Goal Wins. Like there's a significant drop off after this like top group as far as current Oscar buzz. But yeah, Women Talking makes sense. The novel is incredible. Like it's really, really good. It's a very talky movie.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Like it says talking in the title.
Yeah,
you'd expect there to be quite a lot of dialogue.
Just like Sound of Metal, one for sound. The talking.
Yeah, exactly.
But like the
equally,
writer-director,
She Said You know,
Hey,
so it's
that I
also
have
got
it in.
some.
It's my number 5.
Yeah.
Sarah Polly, the director, a writer and director of Women Talking, she has one previous nomination to her name, and it is in screenplay. So
Hmm.
it would make sense. Killers of the Flower Moon, I think, is going to be more of a directing and tech
Yeah.
film than a writing film.
That's why I put it 3, but like I
Yeah,
still have it in.
yeah. Oh, 100%. I think it would still get in. White Noise. I mean, it's Baumbach.
Mm.
Baumbach is like one of the most respected writers in Hollywood. And then yeah, the son as the follow up to the father. Again, I see it picking up a lot of similar nominations. Maybe not as many right now. I'm not doing it for like production design or editing yet, but
Mm.
I mean, I think The Father is like masterpiece level of a film. I really really love that movie a lot. Poor Things, yeah, it's definitely right there. It's Yorgos.
Yeah.
I just have
Yeah.
CSET in because like I do think it has a decent. I think it has a decent shot. I think it has a decent shot. I think that Hollywood has largely turned against Harvey Weinstein. So
Yes. Yes.
I think it could make sense. Maria Schrader is directing it. She is in the past done like international films. She did I'm Your Man in this past season, which was on
Hmm.
the short list for international feature. So she's coming to do an American film. So
Yeah.
it could maybe be a thing, but yeah, like I think after those like first 7 Women Talking, Killers, The Flower Moon, The Sun, White Noise, She Said, Poor Things, and The Whale, there's a significant drop off. I have Knives Out 2 at number 8 just
Okay.
because like
Wow.
what else am I gonna put there?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess maybe The Banshees of Inisherin because it's
Is
Martin
that
McDonagh.
is that adapted?
I I'm not sure.
See, I've got it in original screenplay
Okay, I will double check that
because
because
I
I
just saw it directed by um Martin, however you pronounce his
McDonough.
second name.
Yeah, I think it's adapted off something, but it might be original.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think you're right. I think it is original. So
Cool.
never mind. Um, so in that case, yeah. What else is like? I think
Yeah.
that there's a very strong top 7. I think as of now.
Mm.
So yeah, Women Talking taking adapted screenplay.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. Well, we know one of your picks. I did not put Banshees of Inisherin. I wouldn't have put it in original regardless.
Okay.
But let's get into original screenplay.
Mm.
I have number 5, Canterbury Glass. It's David O. Russell.
Yeah.
Number 4, Armageddon Time.
Which one's that?
That is James Gray's
Oh.
film. He did
Yeah.
Ad Astra. He's doing a autobiographical film with Anne
Yeah.
Hathaway and Anthony Hopkins and Jeremy Strong.
Mm.
So, number 3, Rustin. This was we talked about on Oscar Buzz. I think this is Netflix's strongest contender as of now. Number 2, Babylon, and number 1, The Fablemans, which I think is just very
Okay.
strong in this category.
Yeah. So I actually didn't put the Fablemans to the win. I put it number 2. But I'll go through the top 5. So 5, Banshees of Inisherin.
Okay.
4, I basically just put all the Drive My Car nominations, but I put them for Decision to Leave. So
Okay.
basically, yeah, I followed that blueprint basically. So I put Decision to Leave number 4, Canterbury Glass number 3, Fablemans 2, and then Babylon winning.
Okay. Yeah. My only concern with Babylon is that it might be a bit more out there for the Academy, whereas The Fablemans is going to probably be a much more safer. I mean, they did Belfast. They just
Yeah.
did Belfast, and Spielberg is even more beloved than Kenneth
Yes.
Branagh.
Yeah.
So I feel like that could make sense. Yeah, I put Armageddon Time in here just because they've been showing a lot of love to the autobiographical films, and I think that this could potentially be James Gray's breakthrough into the Academy.
Maybe.
And then Canterbury Glass. I mean, it's
David O. Russell. Yeah.
It's David O. Russell. Rustin I have in here because I don't know. I think that this could be a strong contender. I see it picking up nominations. It's from George C. Wolfe, who directed Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which definitely would have gotten into picture in a Year of 8. Like undoubtedly 100%.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It would have
Year of 10.
been. Yeah, it would have been Ma Rainey's in One Night in Miami. I think that's fairly That's the
For
general
sure.
consensus.
But like again, this has the I don't know. It has like the societal narrative. It is about a gay civil rights activist named Bayard Rustin. It's a true story. He organized the 1963 March on Washington. It's another thing that's being produced by the Obama family. It stars Coleman Domingo, who I think has a very strong shot in Best Actor. We'll get to that later. But I think that this could be like the biopic screenplay. I think similarly to like King Richard getting in. I feel like this is going to be it.
Okay.
And like again, like we talked about, like with Netflix, if you are Netflix's top priority, you're getting in.
Yeah, maybe.
And I
I mean,
feel like this is
I'll be
Netflix's
completely
top priority.
transparent. I didn't do much research into this one. This was one that just slipped under the radar for me, so you won't see it anywhere. But maybe I'll put it. It does potentially have a strong chance. It was just one that slipped under my radar.
Yeah. I mean, and like I don't know. I don't see a world in which Netflix doesn't get a film in the Best Picture.
Mm.
And I feel like this is its strongest chance, and I think it's going to need some help to get into there. So that's why I have it in the screenplay. So have it in right now. Other potential contenders for original screenplay, I think Don't Worry, Darling. I think Booksmart was really, really close to getting in. So I don't see why this wouldn't be, because I think that this is going to be even bigger with the Academy. I think it is going to at least get nominations. Nope.
Yeah, I did think about putting Nope in. Well, yeah.
I think it's definitely there. Decision to Leave, I do think, is close. And Banshees of Inisherin, or Inisherin, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's there. It's definitely there. Yeah. So I realized on my spreadsheet, I did have it in original as well. I'd been putting data in for both original screenplay and adapted screenplay.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's an original screenplay. But yeah, I'd say I'd probably have it at like 7 or 8 for original. So yeah. Also Empire of Light. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
13 Lives, I don't think will be that much of a screenplay movie, but if they really love
no.
it, because it's odd that it is an original screenplay, but it is. Because it isn't going to be it isn't based off of the documentary. So yeah. Cha-Cha Real Smooth had buzz at the start of the year. We'll see how much Apple pushes it. We'll see if they can do a coda or if it will just fade away.
Yeah.
It deserves to get the coda treatment because it's incredible, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. Now let's get into supporting actor. I have number 5, Ben Whishaw, Women Talking. Number 4, Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon. Number 3, Brad Pitt, Babylon. Number 2, Leonardo DiCaprio, Killers of the Flower Moon. Number 1, Paul Dano, The Fabelmans.
Okay. So we've gone really quite different on this one.
Okay.
So I've got because I have got Leo as an lead. I don't really know why. I just feel he might be.
I will justify why I have him in supporting.
Okay. I've put him as lead, but I do have 2 from Killers of the Flower Moon still in this because I've got 5. Jesse Plemons from Killers of.
He's 100% the lead.
Is he the lead? Okay, fine. I'll just do a switch around then. I'll put Leonardo DiCaprio in.
Okay. If anything, they're both lead, but Jesse Plemons is way more of the lead than DiCaprio.
Okay, cool. That is noted. So yeah, Jesse Plemons. You'll see him later. Don't worry. So Leonardo DiCaprio is. I put him in. Brad Pitt as well. Okay. I've got him in for Babylon.
That's ambiguous. I think he's supporting.
Yeah, I've put Anthony Hopkins from The Sun in because they clearly like Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
And Florian Zeller clearly knows how to get a good performance out of him. So I've put Colin Farrell in for 13 Lives because he's in 4 films this year. He's in After Yang, The Batman, The Banshee of the Virgin, and 13 Lives. Surely they're going to want to, give him something. You'd have thought. So, I thought I'd put him in. And then number 1, I do agree, is Paul Dano.
Yep. Yeah.
Because equally, he's in 2 things.
Here's the interesting thing with The Fabelmans is it might get the Belfast treatment, and maybe Paul Dano just completely drops off, and it ends up being Seth Rogen, who's like John Hines,
maybe.
because like it's very similar.
Mm,
I feel like.
yeah.
But yeah, as of now, I do have Paul Dano number one. I have DiCaprio in here. Okay, so with Killers of the Flower Moon, like Jesse Plemons is playing the protagonist, and
Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio is the antagonist. And their screen time is like pretty even. Jesse Plemons definitely has a bit more since he is the protagonist
Okay.
of the film. But like DiCaprio, his screen time is probably that of a lead.
Mm,
But I feel like they're going to be category frauding him into supporting, especially because he is the villain, and you usually see the villains go into supporting.
yeah. Yeah. No, because I think they'll both get in. So I didn't know
Yeah,
which way round
but
they'd be. But
Jesse
yeah.
Plemons is like definitely the lead of the
Okay.
movie
Yeah.
for sure. And Brad Pitt is a little bit ambiguous, but
Yeah.
I believe what they're going to do is because I believe Margot Robbie's lead for it.
Yeah.
And then they're going to do where is it? Diego Calva, who plays like the kid who's like going into LA in the movie. I believe
Mm,
he's going to be lead, as well as Margot Robbie, and then everybody else is supporting.
okay. Yeah, because I
So
mean, even if Brad Pitt was lead, I'd maybe even consider putting in like Toby Maguire.
yeah,
Like so, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I'd put
yeah,
Brad Pitt in there. I mean, Robert De Niro's certainly got a shot. He's Robert De
yeah,
Niro. The Colin Farrell pick is a bit of a rogue one, but I just realised that he's in 4 films this year.
yeah.
Yeah, cool.
That's
They may want
definitely
one of them
fair.
somewhere, and I thought, which is the most likely? Probably 13 Lives.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I put Ben Whishaw in just because he does have, at least in the book where I'm at right now, he has a pretty good role. It's going to be a
Okay.
pretty good role for him. And I think that Women Talking is going to do pretty well. So
Mhm.
I think this makes sense. I still don't know who's the female lead. It's very ambiguous. I don't have anybody
Yeah,
in female lead for Women
that's the
Talking right
thing.
now.
I've
I
just yeah.
just placed everybody in supporting
Mm,
because like I wouldn't even know out of the novel who would be the lead. Like
okay.
Frances, people are trying to put Frances McDormand in lead. She's definitely supporting, like
Hmm.
100% she's supporting. But then out of the other ones, like between like like Jesse Buckley and Claire Foy and Rooney Mara and everybody, like I have no clue
Yeah,
who's the lead out of those. But that's beside the point right now. So yeah, I've been wishing. I think Willem Dafoe has a shot for Poor Things.
maybe.
Seth Rogen, as I mentioned.
Yeah.
I like the Anthony Hopkins pick. I do like the Anthony Hopkins pick. My highest 13 Lives pick is actually Joel Edgerton.
Okay.
I think that he's even stronger.
Who's the lead
John,
of that movie? Just by the way, just so
I
because
don't know.
I do
I have
have
Viggo
someone in.
Mortensen, but
Yeah.
I also yeah. I don't know. I have Vigo right now. I
Okay.
think that he's the lead, but I'm not entirely
I
sure.
hope it's Vigo. Let's just say I hope it's
Yeah,
Vigo because
yeah,
that would else the next category might be a bit wrong. Well, not the next one, but
yeah.
best actor might be a bit wrong.
Um, Tom Hanks maybe
Yeah, I thought
supporting
about
here.
Tom Hanks.
I think John David Washington as well in Canterbury Glass.
Mm.
We
I
don't
just thought
know.
there are so many people in Canterbury Glass.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I just didn't know
like
where
even
I
like
was going to
so
go.
like Margot Robbie is definitely a leading role in Canterbury Glass, but
Mm.
since I think they're probably going to push Babylon for her, they might try to category fraud her into supporting, just like
Yeah,
ScarJo and Jojo Rabbit, which is definitely
yeah,
more of a supporting, but like this is gonna be an ensemble film, so like it's
yeah,
definitely doable. Is similarly with Christian Bale, I don't know if he's going lead or supporting. Like it's
yeah,
such a big ensemble that I, as of now, have Bale and Robbie in lead.
yeah.
Yeah.
I bet. I mean,
But
who
I
knows? Who
really don't
knows?
know who's going lead or supporting in that movie. What did they do for the American Hustle? Because Lawrence was
Ooh.
in it. Lawrence and Cooper in supporting, and then Bale and Amy Adams lead.
It might well have been. It might well have been.
Because in that case, I could see it being Bale and Robbie lead, and
Yeah.
then the
Well,
supporting being
it got all 4 anyway.
yeah, no,
So
it definitely got all 4. Um,
yeah,
Yeah, because it was both that and Power of the Dog for acting noms, 0 wins.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, because then Anya Taylor-Joy would be the supporting actress pick for Canterbury Glass to go along with John David Washington in the supporting categories. So
Yeah.
I really don't know with that movie though. I really don't know. Other supporting actor picks. What else? What else? Ashton Sanders. I want to dance with somebody. I guess is possible.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe. But yeah. All right. Let's move on to supporting actors. I have number 5, Zoe Kazan. She said. Number 4, Jessie Buckley. Women Talking. Number 3, Jean Smart. Babylon. Could pair with her Emmy win.
Yeah.
2, Michelle Williams. The Fablemans. And number 1, Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon. Strong narrative there. She could become the first Native American performer to win an Oscar, I believe. So,
yes. So I've put in Jean Smart from Babylon.
okay.
I've
At number 5? Or
at number 5, yep.
okay.
Number 4, I did put in Frances McDormand because I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
she's Frances McDormand.
Yeah. No, she's just not a lead. People are trying to do her for lead, but supporting definitely.
Number 3, I've put not Lily, Laura Dern from The Sun
She's my
because
6th.
I feel that like Olivia Colman and Anthony Hopkins got in for The Father, so you know, and if it's following a similar path, I thought, and it's Laura Dern, she won this category previously. I thought I'd put her in. Number 2, I put Lily Gladstone. I mean, great surname. Just putting it out there. And then number 1, I do have Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans. Right now, I'm going for the Belfast treatment, like Katrina Belf, Jamie Dornan. That's what we were expecting originally. Obviously, that did end up changing, but you know, yeah, I put Michelle Williams for the win.
Yeah, Michelle Williams, I did have in for a while. Michelle Williams was my number 1 for a while, but like, I don't know. She's overdue. She's been nominated 4 times: Brokeback Mountain, Blue Valentine, My Week with Marilyn, and Manchester by the Sea. So I wouldn't be shocked. Like I think that those 2, and then maybe Jean Smart, because she also has a narrative with doing the Emmy in the same year. Everybody loves her in Hacks right now. So like those 3 I think have the strongest narratives right now. But like I think there's gonna be a big push from Apple. Like, you know, they played the, you know, the diversity push with Coda, and they could do the same thing with Lily Gladstone and Killers of the Flower Moon to get the first Native American Oscar winner for acting. Like, I think it's very, very possible that happens. Yeah, I have Laura Dern at my number 6 and Frances McDormand at my 7.
Okay.
And then I have Jessie Buckley in for Women Talking, but honestly, it could be any of the 3 or multiple of them between her, Claire Foy, and Rooney Mara. Yeah, I think so. Vanessa Kirby also in The Sun.
I think she is, yes, but I just assumed she and Hugh Jackman were leads.
I think that Laura Dern's part is bigger than Kirby. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure, and if she is, because like, or no, sorry, no, you're right. Vanessa Kirby does have a bigger part, but I think that I put her in supporting, at least on my list. I have her at number 9, just because I think try to category fraud her, because leading actress is pretty strong.
Okay, maybe they do. So,
because she's playing Hugh Jackman's wife, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe that's why I put her in supporting, because I think they're going to category fraud her into supporting, considering the cast of the movie and how strong actress is. So yeah, but Frances McDormand, definitely. I could even see a McDormand and then one of the 3 younger women getting double nominated for Women Talking as a possibility. And then I have Zoe Kazan in, because like, why not?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to push. She said. All right, leading actor. I feel, at least to me, I feel like there's a very distinct top 5.
Okay.
Very strong top 5. That being 5, Adam Driver, White Noise. 4, Jesse Plemons, Killers of the Flower Moon. 3, Brendan Fraser, The Whale. 2, Coleman Domingo, Rustin. And 1, Hugh Jackman, The Sun.
Okay. Well, I will do some changes quickly to put them in.
No need to,
Yeah,
no need to do what I did. I know.
no. But yeah, I feel like I should put in Brendan Fraser for the whale.
Yeah.
Given what you said about the prosthetics. Yeah, that'll be the only change I make though. So because I do have Hugh Jackman as 5, I don't have him
Ooh,
winning.
I haven't win yet. I'll explain why.
Okay, but I have him in. Number 4, I've put Viggo Mortensen for 13 Lives. I just feel
Okay.
like this will be a film the Academy will take towards.
Yeah.
Number 3, I'll then drop in Brendan Fraser. Prosthetics, as you said, plus
Yeah.
actor. Yeah, that's usually a pretty good combination. Number 2,
Yeah.
Jesse Plemons, where Leonardo DiCaprio was. And
Yeah.
then number 1, I don't know. I've got a good feeling about Adam Driver. I've got a good feeling about Adam Driver this year.
He could finally do it. He could
Yeah,
finally do it. I think he
yeah,
does. Like I don't know. He gave such a good performance in Marriage Story. Like
yeah,
I mean, I it's definitely possible. Um, I have a really good feeling about Coleman Domingo
yeah.
in Rustin. Like everybody loves him right now. Like he was somehow just picking up random critics nominations for like
For
Zola.
Zola, yeah.
I mean, like Euphoria is massive.
Mm,
Like, I don't know, and like this role, like playing a
yeah,
gay civil rights activist, like that's an Academy role if I've ever heard of one. He's gonna eat
yeah,
that up. Um, so yeah, I know I feel really good about my 5. Yeah, I think Adam Driver's definitely getting in. Brendan Fraser, like we talked about the prosthetics.
yeah.
Like I don't even know who's the number 6. I guess Christian Bale,
Yeah,
and
the
then
one
like
I took out to replace in with Brendan Fraser was Austin Butler for Elvis, just because
okay,
I don't know. Yeah, it's a biopic role. Like,
other
yes, that was one I did replace, but
other
I was never
possibilities
really that confident about that one.
because like yeah, I have Austin Butler in 15th. I have Vigo in 13th.
Okay,
I have Michael Fassbender for Next Goal Wins
okay,
higher up.
yeah,
I mean, hey, like it's Taika.
maybe,
It's
yeah,
Taika.
it's Taika.
Danielle Jimenez Cacho for Bardo, I think is also a possibility. For
Yeah,
like a
but I
first time
mean,
nominee.
they don't
Um,
always take the foreign actors. Like
yeah,
Penelope Cruz did get him, but Parasite didn't get any Oscar
Roma
nominations
got
for
a couple
acting.
acting noms.
Mm,
Roma
yeah,
got a couple
that's
acting noms. Like,
yeah, I
yeah,
guess so.
I think Daniel Kaluuya for Nope, maybe. It depends on
Yeah,
how
I
big Nope
don't.
is.
I don't know how big Nope will be. I
He's
feel it will
very
be
much in the
more
club. He's very much in
us.
the club. He's very
Yeah,
much in the
he
club.
is.
So,
Daniel Kaluuya is for sure, but I feel like the film itself maybe more
yeah,
us than Get Out, to be honest.
yeah. Bill Nye for Living,
Mm,
I think is a
yeah,
possibility. It's going with Sony Pictures classics. One of my favorite performances out of Sundance, if not my favorite performance out of Sundance. He's really, really, really good. It's a Kurosawa remake that's actually like pretty great.
mm,
Bill Nye, he's late in his career. Maybe he gets an Oscar nomination as some recognition because I don't think he's ever been nominated before.
no,
And he's a very beloved actor. So
yeah,
we'll have to see how
maybe.
Sony campaigns it. But um, yeah. So okay, I have Hugh Jackman winning because I mean Florian Zeller seems like he's very much an actor's director.
Mm,
Um, I mean, look at what he got out of Anthony Hopkins and uh,
Olivia
Olivia
Colman.
Colman. Yeah, blinking on her name. But like, just incredible performances. So I think that Hugh Jackman, he's beloved. He's never won an Oscar, and if he wins, he completes his EGOT.
Hmm.
He won an Emmy in 2005. He won a Grammy for Greatest Showman. And then he won a Tony for The Boy from Oz in 2004. So, granted, like he's only been nominated once before, but like I know I feel like because like I didn't buy into the Lin-Manuel Miranda EGOT argument because he's obviously going to get another chance to win an Oscar.
Yeah,
Like he's young, he's just starting his career in directing. I don't know how many more chances Hugh Jackman is going to get to win an Oscar. He's 53, like he's getting up there in age. I don't know, like to win an Oscar, how many more chances he's going to get, and he's getting paired with Florian Zeller, who directed one of the best actor winners ever, in my
yeah,
opinion, with Anthony Hopkins. So I'm feeling good about Hugh Jackman. I'm feeling good about Hugh Jackman to complete that EGOT, and like
yeah.
what a great moment that would be.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel good about Adam Driver. Like he feels overdue already, which is weird, but he sort of does, and like it feels like a good role for him. The last time he paired with Noah Baumbach,
I mean, he's
he
so
did give a
young
great
though.
performance. He is
He's so
young,
young.
but
Like
he
he's
is
like
also
mid-30s.
fairly beloved. Like
I think Hugh
everyone just
Jackman is
seems to
more
like.
beloved.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel good about Adam Driver's
Okay,
like here. I don't know. We'll see
that's
though.
fair. That's fair. That's fair. Like yeah, because he's been nominated for Black Klansman and Marriage Story before. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Let's get into leading actress. We're almost through this. I knew this
Yeah.
was going to be a big video.
Yeah.
All right, leading actress. Number 5. You're probably going to laugh at this one. Florence Pugh, Don't Worry, Darling.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's Florence Pugh, and I think that this movie's going to be big. I think that this movie's going to be
Yeah.
big.
Okay. Okay.
Not picture big, but actress, screenplay, costumes. I think it's going to get 3 noms. Number 4, Olivia Colman, Empire of Light. She's Olivia Colman. It's a British period drama directed by Sam Mendes.
She's the next like Meryl Streep. Like they're just
She
gonna
is.
nominate her for anything.
Yeah. Number 3, I have Carey Mulligan for She Said.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Carey Mulligan, got to get her that Oscar.
Yeah.
Number 2, I have Naomi Ackie. I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Okay.
I like. It's a biopic role.
Yeah.
Naomi Ackie would be like a fun, like up and comer to award. I feel like, and also she would be the first Black woman since Halle Berry in 2002 or 2004. It was a while ago, like 20 years ago. The second Black woman ever to win this award. So maybe strong, but number 1, I do have Margot Robbie for Babylon.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, we've got 3 that are the same. I put number 5, Olivia Colman. When I found out that the film existed, I immediately jumped to put her in. Number 4, I've put Emma Stone for Poor Things. I don't know. It just feels like a fairly big role that she'll have.
I have her on my honorable mentions.
Yeah. Number 3, I put Carey Mulligan. There might be some form of argument for her because I mean she should have won for Promising Young Woman.
Yes,
the problem
100%.
was Frances McDormand should have also won for Nomadland.
Yep.
That was the problem with that year. They both should have won. Number 2, I've put Viola Davis. Like you can make for The Woman King. Like you can make that argument that you made for Naomi Ackie about Viola Davis as well. Plus, I'd say Viola Davis is more overdue an Oscar. Like
she's won an Oscar.
Did she? When did she?
Frances.
Oh, well, for supporting, yeah. But like, I don't know. I feel like, yeah. And at number 1, I do have Margot Robbie as well.
Yeah,
because she's Margot Robbie,
and she's overdue. Right. If we want to talk about overdue,
yeah.
She's overdue. I want to see Margot Robbie get her Oscar, because she's been great for a while now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honorable mentions here before we get into more of our bigger picks. Cate Blanchett for Tar. Todd Field has gotten an acting nomination for every one of his films, so this would make sense here. Greta Gerwig, White Noise. I didn't end up putting her in. I think that she's very much there. I highly suggest everybody go watch Frances Ha, directed by Noah Baumbach. She is incredible. She started out as an actress before she became a director, and she was really, really good. Also, 20th Century Woman, Mike Mills film. She's also great in. So, like, Greta Gerwig is a very good actress, and I think that she could, similarly to how Scarlett Johansson played off Adam Driver, she could play off of Adam Driver really, really well. And also, the Academy just loves Greta. Like, we love Greta.
Yeah.
So I think that, she's going to get her Oscar eventually. She's not going to win an Oscar for acting here, I don't think, but
no.
Like, I think that this is just going to be another nomination for her. Emma Stone for Poor Things, as we mentioned. Other things that could happen. I do have Viola Davis here for Woman King. Also, Regina King for Shirley. She's going to be playing, I don't know if it was the first Black woman to be a U.S. senator, but like one of the trailblazers in that. So like, that's definitely a possibility. Margot Robbie for Canterbury Glass. I don't know if it's lead or supporting, but maybe if she goes lead. For Blonde.
I mean, if she's in for Babylon, like, they're not going to nominate her twice. So
no, you can't for rules.
No, exactly.
So.
So exactly.
Anna de Armas for Blonde. Like, this
Yeah, I
was
thought about it.
supposed to be huge. Like, you know, a year ago when we thought that this movie was coming out 2021, she was number one on a
Yeah.
lot of predictions.
Like, I thought about
Um,
maybe trying to pair that because I did nominate blonde for makeup and
Makeup and hair.
hairstyling, but I thought
Yeah.
maybe trying to like pair, but I couldn't fit her in the
Yeah.
categories pretty much.
I have her all the way down to number 18.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I
There's just
really
no
don't think this
space.
is happening. Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence for Red, White, and Water, maybe a return to the Oscars for her playing a veteran, a U.S. Army veteran with like alcoholism problems. It's a definitely meaty role. It's A24, so could make sense. Jessica Chastain, The Good Nurse, she just won. Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I did seriously consider putting her in, but yeah.
If it's really a big thing,
Yeah.
then maybe.
And again, there wasn't enough space for her, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is a really stacked category. It's a
Yeah.
really stacked category. That's why I think that they're moving Vanessa Kirby down for The Sun. That's why I think that they could move Margot Robbie down for Canterbury Glass. So, yeah, but
Yeah.
a really stacked category, really stacked. But yeah, Margot Robbie we have winning, Naomi Ackie, Olivia Colman, Florence Pugh. You have who did you place in?
So Emma
Viola
Stone
Davis.
and Viola
Emma
Davis,
Stone.
yeah,
Yeah.
with a replacement. So
All right. In the best director, I have number 5, Park Chan-wook, Decision to Leave. Number 4, Sarah Polley, Women Talking. Number 3, Damien Chazelle, Babylon. Number 2, Steven Spielberg, The Fablemans. And number 1, Martin Scorsese, Killers of the Flower Moon.
okay, so we've got very similar here. Like I've got 5 Park Chan-wook for Decision to Leave. The only change is I've put David O. Russell in for Canterbury Glass over the Woman Talking director. And then number 3, Damien Chazelle, Babylon. And then here's where we switch again. I've put number 2,
Okay.
Martin Scorsese, and number 1, Steven Spielberg. Honestly, I switched these two so many times, as well as Best
Yeah.
Picture. Like Spielberg and Scorsese, I've kept like switching them back and forth. I don't know because my only like Spielberg won Best Director like a longer time ago than Martin Scorsese. So
I feel like
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I have Scorsese taking director, and I feel like Spielberg wins screenplay. Like
maybe, but equally, I don't have Spielberg winning screenplay.
right.
So
You have Chazelle, yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel really good about Women Talking. I feel really good about Women Talking. So I have Sarah Polley in, and yeah, Park Chan-wook. A lot of people are predicting James Cameron. I don't see it happening, and
No.
even with all the tech noms, like he could get Denis Villeneuve or
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan in Inception. Like I don't see James Cameron getting a director nom. You've put David O. Russell in. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know how strong Canterbury Glass is really going to be. Like I'm only predicting it. Like I do have an in for picture, but I'm only predicting it for screenplay, production
Yeah.
design, and costumes.
But I mean, yeah, he did get in director for American Hustle, Silver Linings Playbooks, and The Fighter. So
Yeah.
like he has a good track record in this
But this
category.
year is
David
really
Russell.
strong. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how strong the film
Yeah.
is.
Iñárritu is also there for Bardo, again, pending controversy.
Yeah.
Maria Schrader for She Said, I think, has a shot,
Mm.
depending on how stylistic the film is. Sam Mendes for Empire of Light. Like,
Yeah.
that could be strong. Ron Howard for 13 Lives, I think, could be pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yorgos for Poor Things. Like, there are quite a few that I wouldn't be shocked if we see in by the end of the year. Even Todd Field for Tar. Like I feel like we're underestimating Tar with only a score nomination for me, and you haven't put it in for anything.
I haven't put in anything.
But like the man makes Oscar movies. Like
yeah,
and this is his return. Only his 3rd movie, even though his career has been 20 years, and he's racked up I think a collective of 10 Oscar nominations between from both of those two films. So like maybe that could get into the screenplay or director and even picture, depending on how strong that is. But yeah, all right. Let's get into Best Picture. I've done the thing. Number 10, I have Rustin.
Okay.
That's again, I feel like something from Netflix has to get in. Number 9, I have White Noise. Noah Baumbach. Makes sense. Number 8, I have Canterbury Glass. I don't think it's that strong of a picture contender to win right now, but we'll have to see the film. Number 7, I have The Sun. Florian
Okay.
Zeller. The father got in. I feel like this is getting in. Number 6, I have Avatar 2, just purely because, I mean, if I'm nominating it for cinematography and editing and production design and like visual effects and sound, like Tech Sweepers almost always get into Best Picture. So
Yeah.
I have it in. Number 5, I have She Said. I feel really, really good about this.
Okay.
I feel really, really good about this. Number 4, I have Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, I have The Fablemans.
Okay.
Number 2, I have Killers of the Flower Moon. And number 1,
Wow.
Women Talking.
Okay. Okay. That is
I will
interesting.
explain my reasoning, but I would like to hear yours first because
Okay.
I'm assuming you're going with one of the as of now
One of the
the top 3: Killers of the Flower Moon, Fablemans,
yes,
and Babylon.
yes, I will be going with one of them. So I've got number 10, Decision to Leave. As I said, I'm just going
Okay.
for the Drive My Car blueprint. Number 9, I managed to find a place for it. Empire of Light.
Okay.
I managed to, yeah. I will say I took out Avatar 2 for it because I just don't know how well Avatar 2 will be received.
What do you have Empire of Light in for? Actress, cinematography.
Actress and cinematography.
Okay.
Which I don't know if I'll be enough, but we'll see. I don't know about Avatar 2. I'm very
Me
skeptical
neither.
of it, which means
I don't know, but
yeah, which means I'm skeptical of its Oscar chances.
I was just looking at its nominations that I gave it and was like, how am I going to give it 5
Yeah.
nominations and not put it in for picture?
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, number 8, White Noise. Number 7, 13 Lives.
Okay.
Number 6, Canterbury Glass. Then the top 5, I have The Sun, followed by Woman Talking at number 4. I'd say that's a very strong film. I just have it. It's like a rung below, the top 3.
Top 3, yeah.
At number 3, I have Babylon, and okay, number 2, I've put Killers of the Flower Moon. Number 1, I've put The Fablemans. As I said, basically, I switched between Scorsese winning director, Killers winning picture, and Spielberg winning. I don't think they're split. I really don't think they're split. I think one will get picture and director, and the other will sadly walk away with nothing. But Martin Scorsese, this doesn't feel like a final film in the way The Fablemans, even if The Fablemans isn't the last film, it feels like an almost last hurrah for Spielberg. I mean, Williams is coming back. It's an autobiography. I can't say that word. An autobiographical film. It just feels like this is Spielberg's last film. He hasn't won Best Picture since Schindler's List.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago. So yeah, I have Fablemans currently winning picture and director, and Killers of the Flower Moon second. I do think Babylon is actually slightly below those two. I just don't know how Babylon. I could see it winning picture, but I've got it at 3 currently. And then as you say, Woman Talking. Yeah, it's a very strong pick.
So, and you had 13 Lives in as well.
I did. Yeah.
So you feel good about that. And
I do.
I don't know about Decision to Leave getting in, and maybe if there is another international film that breaks out of Cannes, similar to how we saw Worst Person or Drive My Car, I very well may consider, putting some other international film and giving those the director picture. But I feel like an international film getting director is more likely than getting picture.
Maybe
from what we've seen, the director. I mean, look at Cold War. Look at Another Round.
Yeah,
those got into director, but not picture. So I feel better about Decision to Leave in director. And so that's made room for She Said and Rustin, which I have in as well. My honorable mentions are Armageddon Time, which I did give screenplay. And I don't know, maybe Poor Things, I think, as well. And then I do have 13 Lives. And honorable mention as well.
I also think films like The Banshees of Inisherin, you've got to still mention it as an honorable mention.
Empire of Light is on my honorable mentions.
On your honorable mentions,
yeah. So yeah, it's even stuff like Tar, which we were just talking about, or we'll have to see what 3,000 Years of Longing, what type of reception
which he just left off completely.
And
who knows? Maybe The Way of the Wind is like The Tree of Life. And
Yeah.
that got nominated for picture. We just
Yep.
don't know yet.
Disappointment Boulevard. We'll see how big that
Yeah.
is coming out of Cannes. Like there's a lot that we don't
Yeah.
know. But okay, I'll explain why I put Women Talking at number one, because that's
Mm.
definitely an out there pick.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I feel like you can have more fun with these early ones, because like, yes, Killers of the Flower Moon, Fablemans, and Babylon are the strongest
Yeah.
contenders. But like, look at the
Wait,
past. Look at
which
the
did you
past
put
three.
higher? Just quickly, did you put Killers or Fablemans higher?
I went with the order that I went is I went Killers, Fablemans, Babylon.
Okay. Okay.
So
Just
yeah, but look at the past three Best Picture winners: Coda,
yeah.
Nomadland, Parasite. All three of them, it was that director's first movie nominated for Best Picture. Green Book as well.
Okay.
Look at
That
Green Book as
is
well. The
yeah.
past four Best Picture winners have been movies where it was that director's first movie nominated for Best Picture.
That is an interesting stat, but equally,
So like,
yeah,
I
it's an
think that
interesting stat to go off.
and it hasn't been, and also looking at the last 4 years, it hasn't been the early frontrunner that we thought. You know, it wasn't Roma or The Favorite in 2018. It wasn't 1917 or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or The Irishman in 2019. It wasn't Trial of the Chicago Seven in 2020. This year, it wasn't Power of the Dog or West Side Story or Dune like we
Or
thought.
Belfast.
Or Belfast, right. It wasn't any of the early contenders. It was something that broke late. I think Women Talking is going to be a fall festival film that is going to break late. It's probably going to be fall festival release in December, like limited release in
Yeah.
December, wide in January or something like that. And I think it could be the one. Also, looking at the past 2 years, both winners directed by women.
Yeah.
Sarah
Yeah.
Polley here. And I only gave it screenplay to pair with, plus a couple acting noms. So like I could see people saying, "Well, it can get enough
But that's
screenplay."
so Coda got.
Spotlight. That just won picture in original screenplay, or
Yeah.
I think it was original or adapt. I can't remember which screenplay it was, but that just won picture in screenplay. I could see Women Talking doing the same thing. Like I was just looking at what's been winning Best Picture, and it didn't. Like it hasn't been the big directors, like because like even Guillermo del Toro with The Shape of Water, he's a big director, but he hadn't really been a Best Picture challenger before.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. Equally though, none of them have been an almost last hurrah for Steven Spielberg. That is the difference here. It is.
but
Yeah.
he's already announced another movie that he's making. He's making.
I know, but this feels like maybe it's going to be his last Oscar contender. I don't disagree that Women Talking. The only problem is, since we're talking about it now, will it be this unknown one? I don't know anymore.
Oh yeah, 100%. There could be something random. I mean, like
Yeah,
I'm also reading
exactly.
Women Talking the novel right now, and it's like really incredible, and I think it could translate over into a film really
I mean,
well.
it sounds like an Oscar film.
Yeah,
like the plot.
like
So
I don't know, just with what I've been looking at the trends of like the recent Best Picture winners, it hasn't been the early big contenders from the big name directors in the past years. It's always been a smaller director making their first shot at Best Picture.
Yeah. Whereas like for me, like yes, that may be true, but none of them has felt as big as the Fablemans has. Like
That's fair.
I feel the Fablemans will be just massive.
That's really, really fair. I mean, also like Apple TV handling Killers of the Flower Moon, they just won. So like they're looking pretty strong right now.
I do, however, think that the Killers of the Flower Moon could end up like Irishman. I really do see a world where that happens, where it just, gets nominated for a bunch of stuff and then just doesn't win anything.
Netflix, okay, it's also interesting. I think it was like out of Netflix's last out of the past 3 years, Netflix has received 33 Oscar nominations and like won one of them or something like that.
Yeah.
Like they're great at getting nominations, terrible at getting wins. Like I have Killers of the Flower Moon getting like 12 nominations or something like that. Like I have it getting the most nominations, but yeah. So I'm going with Women Talking. I'm going for it. It's my early call. If I get it
you'll
right,
look like a genius.
I look like a genius.
And if you get it wrong, it's April.
It's April, right? I was taking a swing. So it's just I didn't want to go with one of the big three just because like I don't know that hasn't worked for the past 4 years. going with one of like
No.
the big ones at the start of the year. What we think is going to be big.
Yeah.
Those
And
movies
if
always
I
get
wa-
lots of noms,
Yeah.
but
And if I wasn't going for one of the big three, as I said, Woman Talking was my number 4. So
Yeah.
there's that as well.
yeah, for sure. But this was a long show. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting to talk about this.
All these films.
A whole new race where we know very little.
Yeah.
Just going off of as little information that we
Yeah.
have.
And it's just like, a good way to get excited for these films. Like,
Yeah. It really, really is. So I hope that everybody watching enjoyed it. I know we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Putting all of our predictions together and recording this. So thank you everybody so much. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun in this off season. This
Yeah.
Oscars off season. So a lot to look forward to. But until then, Thomas, where can everybody find you?
You can find me at Project Mayhem on YouTube and on Thomas Gladstone at Letterboxd.
You can find me on The Basement at YouTube, Trevor Matson on Letterboxd at TM Talks Movies, on Twitter, and on the Bananameter. Until next time, stay safe, everybody. Goodbye. And what are your 2023 Oscars predictions?